After listening to this module, you'll be able to describe the role that stress plays in obesity. Stress and obesity. Can stress make you fat? Specifically, is it possible that stress not only causes increased abdominal fat, but can it cause individual fat cells to enlarge? The answer is a resounding yes. Cortisol, the stress hormone, not only causes abdominal fat to accumulate, but it also enlarges individual fat cells, leading to what researchers call diseased fat. Eating habits. When people are under stress, they tend to eat more and they tend to eat more unhealthy foods, both of which most definitely contribute to obesity. But it goes deeper. There's a biological connection between stress and changes in our eating patterns. Have you ever noticed that when you're really stressed, you tend to crave comfort foods that are high in fat and sugar? Researchers have found that specific hormones may play a role in this process. Serotonin. When we reach for fattening comfort foods during stressful times, it may be an attempt to self-medicate. When you eat carbohydrates, it raises the body's serotonin level. Serotonin is the body's feel-good chemical. It makes you feel better. So not surprisingly, people under stress tend to go for carbohydrates that are laden with fat, like muffins, pastries, donuts, and cookies. Cortisol. Researchers have also discovered that chronic stress can cause the body to release excess cortisol, a hormone critical in managing fat storage and energy use in the human body. So cortisol is known to increase appetite and may encourage cravings for sugary or fatty foods. Neuropeptide Y. More recent studies also suggest that our bodies may process food differently when we're under stress. One study found that lab mice fed a diet high in fat and sugar gained significant amounts of body fat when placed under stressful conditions. Mice fed a normal diet, however, didn't gain as much weight despite stress. Researchers linked that phenomenon to a molecule called neuropeptide Y that is released from nerve cells during stress and encourages fat accumulation. A diet high in fat and sugar appears to further promote the release of neuropeptide Y. Redistribution of fat. Also, when your stress and cortisol levels are high, the body actually resists weight loss. Your body thinks times are hard and you might starve, so it hoards the fat you eat or have present on your body. Cortisol tends to take fat from healthier areas like your buttocks and hips and move it to your abdomen, which has more cortisol receptors. In the process, it turns once healthy peripheral fat into unhealthy visceral fat, the fat in your abdomen that surrounds your organs. This increases inflammation and insulin resistance in the body. Insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is not good. A 35-year Swedish study of 7,500 men found that participants who reported permanent stress have a significantly higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes than their counterparts who reported no stress. Not to mention that over time, exposure to cortisol decreases the body's response to insulin and leads to increased insulin levels, upping our storage of body fat. A long-term study published in the Journal of Diabetes Care followed a group of women for 15 years. The women who reported feeling frequently and intensely angry, tense, or stressed also showed an increased risk of developing metabolic syndrome, the condition associated with insulin resistance. This belly fat then leads to more cortisol because it has higher concentrations of an enzyme that converts inactive cortisone to active cortisol. The more belly fat you have, the more active cortisol will be converted by these enzymes. Genetics. Stress within families may be a contributing factor for childhood obesity. 4 categories of family stress were assessed: serious life events, parenting stress, lack of social support, and parental worries. 5 and 6-year-old children in families that reported stress in at least 2 of the 4 categories had significantly higher chances of being obese. Another study took a look at parents with healthy children and parents of children with cancer. Parents of cancer patients were more likely to gain weight and experience significantly greater weight gain over the months of the study than parents of healthy children. Also, chronic stress has been shown to be associated with increased appetite, so eating more during stressful times contributes to weight gain. Key points. Stress is very strongly associated with obesity, biologically, behaviorally, and genetically. And that's it.